Hello, Taverns. Welcome once again. It's a beautiful day, and thank you for always joining us today. It's been an amazing ride with all of the Taverns, right from launching the neural net in our last armor until now. It's been a super amazing ride, and we're going to talk about how our ride has been in Tafabot and what are the improvement that's coming. And today we're going to be launching one of the biggest thing in Tafabot. So guys, stay tuned as we're going to be having an amazing time today. Also with me is Dr. Ovo, who is the Tafabot Business Director, and he's going to be giving us the great news that we have on Tafabot today. Dr. Ovo, how are you doing today?
Awesome, awesome. I Today is a landmark day for all of us here in Tafabot, and I really look forward to sharing this new season with everyone. I'm excited with all the leaders. The community is so excited, and I just know that after today, it's just going to be something else altogether.
Amazing. It's been a super interesting ride, like I stated earlier. And one of the major stuff that we've been able to achieve, guys, is eliminating number one, floating loss. Doctor, I'd like us to talk about that shortly before we go into the big thing of the day. Right, one of the major issues with a lot of users about trading on crypto generally is the issue of floating loss. And that is something that from our last past armor up to now, we've been able to 100% eliminate. Doctor, what's your view on that? And how does this relate generally with all our users?
Yeah, first of all, there are very few artificial intelligence platform that's been able to achieve automated trading for crypto on the futures market. So most artificial intelligence that has existed up until this very moment have always been just able to trade on the spot market, and that's just simply because it's just a very simple thing to do. You buy low and then you sell high, and that works for every dummy can do that. You could just buy and then whenever it goes up, you sell, and it does require so much of an algorithm to be able to achieve that. But then when the market becomes bearish, like it has been over the past 2 years, you see
Yeah,
that you don't want to try it, okay? Because you and what is called floating loss is the fact that yes, the quantity you bought is still there, but the value
yeah,
has dropped. So apparently, if you keep holding that quantity, if the value returns back, you didn't lose anything actually. So that's the concept of the floating loss. All right. So and it's a very terrible thing if you actually get at the top and the market begins to go down. Let's say you got onto Luna at 100 and something, and then it crashed to less than 50 cents. Even if you
yeah,
had $1 million, you'd be left with less
yeah,
than $100. And I
yeah.
don't know how long you want to wait for that to come back. So it's a very funny stuff. But in Tafabot, we were able to just introduce the futures market so that people are able to trade in both the uptrend and in the downtrends of the market. But that's not just the only exciting thing, like the Alta fans know. I'm just saying this just for those who are experiencing us for the first time via this AMA. We're able to also eliminate the fact that you could have even a floating loss in the spot market. So all these and more, you cannot just exhaust it in this short time frame, but you just want to know. For example, I just got to know from our community, watching the interactions going there, seeing that some of the our traders from the Muslim community don't trade futures, and they were also very concerned as to how about the floating loss stuff. Is there a way Tafabot eliminated it in the spot market? And the answer is yes. So right
Yeah.
now you trade on the spot, and we have intelligence enough. We're gonna go into all of that if time permits, but it's so amazing. And with the auto leverage system that is the game changer right now, has made that not only that there is no floating loss, but there's no wasting of time in a trade, right?
Yeah.
So if you long a trade and the market chooses to go against you in the short position, the auto leverage does not just hedge your trade, because that's what people think that the auto leverage is all about. It's not a hedge trade mode that
Yeah.
just trades for you in the opposite direction, hoping that when this one gets to the apex, it closes, hoping the other one goes down. No, that's not how it works. It's an intelligence of its own that just continues to take profit for you as the market is going against you, to a point that even while the market is going against you, it would have covered all your losses, giving you
Yeah.
profit, and you could choose to close the trade that is apparently in loss for other persons, but already you're in profit. These things are best demonstrated and talked about, right? So,
Yeah.
so I think,
Absolutely.
yes,
Now,
we'll
now,
have videos in the community about those. I think we should post it on YouTube for people to even see that.
beautiful, beautiful. And guys, this is the most amazing stuff about how far our journey has been from the last AMA. We've recorded in the last couple months, 2, 3 months, and so we've recorded every single month that users on Tafabot are closing the month with a minimum of 20%. So we've not had a losing month in Tafabot from the last AMA after introducing all of these new functions. So like Doctor just said, we're now in a new tougher bot where if the market is going right, the market is going wrong, you're just making profits. And not as it relates to floating loss, like Doctor said, where you have to wait for the market to come back. You don't need any wait time because auto leverage is already making profit for you as it goes. And if you're joining us today, you're listening to this, you're part of the users who have made over 20% every single month consistently. Some users way over 100%. Congratulations. This is the tougher that we're bringing to you, and much more we are also doing. But beyond the auto leverage doctor, we've also moved also beyond that for users who are not able to create setup. Now, part of
Yeah,
the major difficulty for entry level users on crypto is always about creating the strategy, understanding the chart, filling in the details. The details are so enormous in crypto. You need to enter this, what is that. In the previous staffer, before in our last AMA, right, we had systems where you have to enter strategy one, strategy two, and so
yeah,
much. Now, we've also eliminated that and made it super simple. If we're to explain that to our user, doctor, could we say that anyone with zero idea, you've never even opened a crypto wallet before, you can directly come on Tafabot and click a plug and play with no settings, no technicality involved in that?
yeah. A testament to what you just said is something very funny. Our top ranking trader for the past 4 weeks, her username is Adagod, has is just less than 1 year in crypto, and Tafabot is her first experience. And it surprises me how someone without a crypto experience has never traded in her life in the crypto market in the crypto market joins Tafabot and using the Tafabot tools, she's doing over 4,000% in a month, and
Wow.
I'm alarmed. I'm like, come on, but it just shows to how much even the newest of the newest of the newbies could just join on the platform. And the beautiful thing even about the new app right now is that unlike the old app, which simulated what Binance looked like, this new app is an entire invention of its own, right? So it's so user friendly. If you experience it for the first time and there was nobody to even talk to you, the platform is talking to you. It tells you, hey, welcome. This is what to do next. If you click there, it tells you this is what to do next. If you click there, it tells you this is what to do next. And without anyone even guiding you, you could start from scratch to finish. And just in clicks of second, plug and play, you're already making profit. And what excites me the most is when the community, our users, formed a forum called
Yeah.
our Tafabot, and the leaders reached out and were able to integrate with us on the channel, and we now had a uniformed platform where the entire Tafa community could interact. We didn't set that up at onset because it was so much to manage. We wanted to make sure that everything about Tafa, especially support, was going through either the website or the app, because a lot of persons could impersonate our platform and scam people
Yeah.
of their funds. But when we saw a very dedicated leadership and people who were really out there to give out their whole hearts and support people, we integrated. So that was when my mind blew up, right? Because I was then seeing people's experience. I will see someone post, I just made 20% today. I just made 40% today. Yesterday, someone posted 71.9%. I was like, come on, how are you doing? I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. It was like, how are you doing this? Of course, I know how you're doing that, but it's so exciting to see people's life changing this much, and words just can't quantify it. Yes.
That is absolutely amazing. If you're among those leaders here, we want to thank you for your continued support. If you're among those leaders who had the innovation of the Tafabot Community Telegram group, you are among those person pushing the Tafabot gospel. Sorry, we want to thank you. You are among the people who are raising millionaires every single places. Now, that's the beautiful thing about Tafabot is that Tafabot is changing life one at a time. So, for some person from different part of the world, aiming daily profit is not a thing they had imagined before, right? For other platform that's ever done it, it has either been platforms where we are either Ponzi scheme that they knew, but to come to a real genuine stuff that doesn't have to take money from you and is able to provide you money, it is something absolutely unique. So if you're preaching the Tafa gospel, what you're actually doing is that you're changing people's life. Genuinely, doctor, every day I get those kind of messages where people just say, if not for Tafabot getting me food on my table, I wonder what I would have done. So when we receive such, for us, that is the fulfillment. And for every leader there, I believe that that is a super amazing work that you're doing, and we want to continuously appreciate you, which is why today's setup is here to show you how much we value the effort you're putting into Tafabot. And Doctor is going to be getting into that shortly, and you want to stay tuned to that. So, Doctor, before we go into that, right, part of the major movement in Tafabot that we always tried to press forward to is hands free, to
Yeah.
provide a system where people don't click a button. And we've been able to provide that in three different ways, which is number one with the neural net, which we launched last time, and also with the new application where creating a bot is so seamless, and so automated, and most importantly, with the mirror system. We talk about that a little bit for those who don't yet know about it.
All right. So this, I think, at this phase of Tafabot, like those of us who have been with us on the journey, you almost feel like this is a thousand steps from what you or where you met us at, and that's because we have a very dedicated research team, and we just continue to figure out new things. And like I in the last meeting we had with some leaders, I told them we have 16 new innovations at the moment. Now it's 14 because we deployed two. We have 16 new innovations that are just pending because they're all just so amazing that if you release all of them at the same time, you may just overwhelm the community and with amazing stuff. For instance, I saw someone in the community who was commenting about his API not connecting properly, and then and that person was commenting that his trades weren't closing his profits, and he was wondering what was going on. But he commented it in a way that one of the approved moderators didn't feel so cool about it. And then the guy said, "Yeah, no, somehow you've almost forgotten that people lose money in crypto. So right now, you don't even appreciate the fact that you're in profit always. So your new complaint is, I'm not making as much profit as I want. Right? I want to do 40% in a day. I'm just doing 10%. What is going on? I don't like this." And that's really a good thing for me when I saw that. But at the same time, it gave us the idea that we must release updates in a way that it is valued, appreciated, because there's so much value. So with respect to the hands off that we have, we've done so much. I think, Sam, it wouldn't be wrong to say that almost everything in Tafabot right now is hands off. right? I
Correct.
think it wouldn't be wrong to say that, because whether you want to set your trade, your martingale trade, and you choose to use the automated setting where your martingale calculator is automatically getting involved in your trade for you without you having to do all the strategies yourself, the only thing you just have to do is to come on the Telegram trade setup and pick the trading instruction, or what you call signal. We don't call it signal because it's not really like a signal. And then
Yeah.
you take those trade instructions and you go into your Tafabot app. You see the instructions like, what's the price movement, you put it there. What's the average movement, you put it. What's your take profit, you put it. How much
Yeah.
capital do you want to trade with, you put it. Are you longing or shorting? In the trade setup is already there, whether you're longing or shorting. And then you click start. You could allow that to run for 2 weeks, one
Yeah.
week, 2 days. You don't have to really do any stuff, because whether the market chooses to go in the long, for instance, that you choose, you'll be making profit. If the market chooses to go against you and begin to short, let's say the market begins to dump maybe a bad news in the market, your auto leverage kicks in immediately and begins to
Yeah.
give you profit in that other direction. Yes, the profit will not be as massive as if the market went in your direction, but you'll be making almost 60, 70, 80% of what your profit would have been on the other side. And if you're my kind of person, I'm not in a hurry. I'll wait for it. After it's done giving me profits on this other side, the market eventually swings to the other side, and I still take full profit on the other side. So sometimes I saw in our Zoom meeting yesterday, and someone was saying, "I'll prefer the market to go against me," and I'm like, because the person already understands that, okay, it doesn't matter how it goes against you, you make, let's say, 40 this way, and then it goes the other way, you make another 80, and it's also amazing. So whether you're doing the martingale is hands-free, because you just get involved in it once and then maybe come back to it in 2, 3, 4, 5 days time and see what's going on there for you, especially if you're not an active trader and all that, but you're interested in maybe doing something yourself. Then if you choose and say, okay, I want to copy a mirror, and then you go to a mirror space, all the mirrors there are giving exactly the same results because they all follow the same instruction. The only thing that vary is the community support, because each mirror is owned by a Tafabot user who has a community and who was permitted to have that mirror so that his community could just go there and copy. So depending on the amount of support it gives people, or she gives people, that is why that community will be bigger than any other community. Otherwise, all the communities, all the mirrors are giving exactly the same result because they follow the same tree setup. And all
Yeah.
you just have to do is to go there and copy a mirror. And unlike before, in the entire industry, this is only Tafabot that offers this. If I'm trading on the mirror with $10,000 and you are copying me, right, with $2,000, there won't be any difference. You get the same results with respect to percentages. If I make 20%, you make 20%. The algorithm will be able to integrate the two and give you profit. And if, on the other hand, you are also connected from a different exchange from what I'm connected to, you also
Yeah.
have results. So let's say that you are connected on Binance, but then my mirror is on KuCoin, you have the same results. As you are copying me, your trades will be happening on that exchange, whereas my own is happening on a different exchange. No other platform provides this. And you don't have to do any other thing. You know why? If I stop my trade as the mirror provider, your trade stops and you'll be notified. If I restart the trade, your trade restarts. If I change a market, your market changes. And more or less, I'm controlling the entire trade for you, whereas your money is also always with you. So it's amazing.
Yeah.
Everything is just hands off, result amazing and mind blowing.
Since you mentioned right now about percentage, today we did get a data that this week already we've done over 12,000% globally for all users, and that amounted to about $43,000. And this is just Wednesday into the week. This is how much profit the Tafabot system, like I like to say, is printing for users. That is absolutely amazing. If you're partaker of those profits, that is amazing. We celebrate you once more. And Doctor, you did mention about the commitment to our improvement, and we've shown that in several ways, right? Also, when we started the initiative of sending the trade signal you talked about, which is actually not a signal, like you said. When we started that, we were absolutely committed to that, that we did not feel that a single day to give updates about the market. And this, like you also said, for us is we're committed to the user's growth beyond just people using Tafabot. We want to make sure that you're using Tafabot and you're making profit every single day. That kind of commitment is what we're putting into Tafabot to ensure that there will never be a single day in Tafabot where our users will not be better off than any other platform out there. So if you're a partaker of that, that is absolutely amazing. We're going to keep giving. We're going to keep improving, like Dr. has said. We still have several other innovation along the way that we have not released yet. So if your profit is way over 100% right now, we still want to take it a step further. We want to take it onto the point, like we do say, Tafabot to the moon, onto the point where you are now in the moon as a Tafabot user. Amazing. So, Doctor, we're now going to share how we're making this improvement beyond just the earnings of profit, like I talked about, to moving to rewarding our users, our leaders for the amazing work of telling the Tafabot gospel.
Yep. All right. So I think I'd love to share my screen at this point. Okay. So let me know. Guys, if you're on this call, I'll be presenting to you as though you are a newbie who is just hearing about Tafabot for the very first time. So I'm going to be sharing with you our starter program, right? And then I'll also be sharing with you our revised compensation plan. Okay, so our starter program document is a very simple document you could use to host meetings, Zoom meetings, live conferences, and you are sharing and giving people information on how to get started on Tafabot. Then the leadership reward and compensation plan document is an advanced document you use to recruit leaders who are interested in building communities and making so much more a result. One of the leaders we have in our community, his name is Hiron. He's based in the UK. So he said to me, he said, Dr. Ovo, there are two types of people on Tafabot. He said there are users and there are leaders. He said if you're a user, sign up, set up, and make money. And then if you're a leader, he said you sign up, you scale up, and you make more money. All right. And I'll just say I want to show you a document right now that just tells you to sign up, set up, and begin to make money. All right. So right on my screen, on your screen also is our setup program. And this is the number one trading bot in the entire industry right now, and will continue to be. Our goal as a company is to make sure that with respect to crypto trading, with respect to artificial intelligence, we have committed to the promise that there would never be any intelligence out there superior to what Alphabet offers. And we can say this beating our chests because everyone could do what you call benchmarking, where you just go to compare results. Our results is currently the number one in the entire industry. Testament to this is not just the result, but also the partnership we've been able to attract from numerous exchanges across the industry. And exchanges reach out to you for partnership when they see that you are doing ridiculous amount of volume. All right, you don't just go out to them; they come to you and say, "Hey, we recognize what you're doing, and we want to have you on our platform officially." And we've done that for several amazing platforms. So right now, this is just a disclaimer that this presentation is not for any financial advice, right? It's just for information purposes. So the more you know, the more you're able to make informed decision and the more results you are likely to have, okay? So I want to ask you, if you are listening to me right now, like, do you really have a plan, right? Do you have a plan for your family? Do you have a plan for your lifestyle? Do you have a plan for your finances? These are important questions that every adult, and I would say every young person who is stepping into adulthood, should begin to ask him or herself, right? Because once you fail to plan, you have already set up a plan to fail. So, and plans are not wishes. Plans are strategies, are set up, that things you know that if I do this today, it will give this result tomorrow. All right. So you want to ask yourself, how do you make money without having to give a lot of your personal time in pursuit of that? That is what you call freedom, right? So if you have to wake up every day, you rush to the work you do, you rush to the job where you're employed, and that's what you do every day. You never get to sit down and really think that, is this really the life I want? Can this really change my family? Can this really provide my family a different lifestyle than what you currently have at this moment? If you're not asking yourself those questions, chances are that you will never come to your aha moment where you tell yourself you really need a change. Okay, so um, how do you plan to reach this lifestyle goal? I say this in a way that every individual who must go on a journey must determine his vehicle, right? So if you want to go from here, I don't know, wherever city that you're in, to maybe a city very far away from where you are, you could decide to go on your feet, could trek, okay, and maybe it could take you 2 weeks or 2 months to get there, and then we have you lodged at the hospital, right, for another 2 months to get you recovered, right? But you definitely get there, right, if you just continue walking a step at a time. Maybe by the time you are 90, you have hit your financial goal. Maybe that's what you want to do. All right. So some other person, they may choose to take a bicycle. You could also choose to go with a vehicle. You could also choose to maybe rent or join a plane, and that person could choose to go with a flight, just whatever it is. But your decision for your vehicle is what gives you the idea as to how long it will take you to get to where you are going. So you want to ask yourself what you are doing right now. How long would it take you if you are saving even up to 50% of everything you earn as an income for you to hit your first $100,000, or even your first $10,000, or your first $1 million? You want to ask yourself, how much money is it that if I achieve as a monthly income passively, I would say I've achieved financial freedom. Depending on your location and your lifestyle and your ambition and how much you stretch, for somebody it could be $10,000 monthly, another person could be $100,000 monthly. But whatever it is, the question is, what you're doing right now, can it guarantee you to get to that place? And if you're not asking yourself that question, you are really not being kind, not just to yourself, but to everyone around you that depends on you. Okay? So, and these are the questions we'll continue asking ourselves, and we come up with what we have right now at Tafabot. You know, Sam, you remember during the lockdown, right? And we had all this crazy stuff happening around the world. And personally, for me, I had a lot of persons I was supporting, different countries, people reaching out. And at the time, I knew it wasn't sustainable. I had to teach people because it wasn't as though there was any other thing I was doing during the lockdown apart from trading. And we trade, and then we're giving people, just helping out of that. Then the idea of the crypto signal guy came, and and from that journey, things just continued to evolve till what we have right now called Tafabot. It was just all with respect to, what if you're all trapped somewhere and you still have to be making money, right? Right now, you're not trapped. What if you are trapped having fun, trapped enjoying with your family, trapped in a holiday? Let's talk about the good trapping. One of my mentors talks about vanity. He said everything is vanity. Poverty is vanity, and abundance is vanity. He said, then choose your vanity. And I chose the abundant vanity, right? So, what if there's a way to trap yourself in abundance while your life just continues to improve? Okay, so we want to have you enjoy your life while at the same time you're making money, and that's why we're introducing you to Tafabot. All right, so um, the question now is, who is Tafabot for? And the answer is simple, it's for everyone. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you have never experienced crypto before, if you are already a pro in crypto, you just want to automate your trades. No matter how good you are in trading, you don't know. I know about those years I heard about Forex traders, and then I go to see some of them. I see four screens somewhere, and then they're all drawing lines. The whole thing looked so scary that I knew that was not what I wanted to do. Well, it's funny that's what I'm doing right now, but I'm not doing it the way they were doing it. And some persons are still trapped in that life, right? It's just like those years when trading was through phone calls in one hall like that in the New York Stock Exchange, and people are calling and doing the. You can't just choose to remain there. The world is moving, all right? So it doesn't matter if you're a professional trader already, you want to automate your intelligence through an algorithm like Tafabot. And if you are completely new, then Tafabot is not just something that makes it easy, that is automated for you, but it is extremely easy for you. My biggest testimony with respect to this easy stuff that we preach is that our top trader right now is someone that has never traded crypto until she met Tafabot. So it just tells you that, come on, if she could do it, you can do it, and perhaps even do it much more. All right. So it's for everyone, and we're shaping the future. And when I say the future, because every time we say that this is our goal, people ask me, how many users are on Binance? And then I say, yeah, the last time I checked, Binance had 156 million users. And they tell me then Tafabot has a goal of 1 billion. We say yes, because we're shaping the future, right?
Yeah.
We have about 8 point something billion people in the world right now. And their life will so change if at least a billion of them could get to take advantage of the opportunities that crypto is introducing in the world today, especially with the rumors of the meltdown that is pending or impending or whatever is going on. You want to be able to stay in an ecosystem that guarantees you safety and profitability, right? So,
Yeah.
we want to see that we empower at least 1 billion traders around the world with the best tool to create a passive income for themselves and for their families. All right. So, and I think right now we have several exchanges that will have introduced thousands of persons to their platform who have never owned a single exchange account. So, we are racking up suddenly the number of persons who are getting involved in crypto through Tafabot. So, it's amazing. All right. So, you the next question people always ask is, so how does this work? Do I have to send Tafabot my money and then it makes me all the profit? And the answer to that also is no. All right. So, not only because we don't want to do that, but because we shouldn't do that. The world has so evolved and provided so many tools, right, that makes that you could get involved in so many things without literally getting inside it. So, and that's what we have here in Tafabot. You don't really have to give your money to anyone. If someone is signing you up, you don't have to give that person your money. If you are joining Tafabot, you don't have to send your money to Tafabot. No, you just have to have an exchange. What's an exchange? I spoke to one of my big friends, and I told her that an exchange is like a bank account where you store money. But instead of storing money, the what you store there is crypto. Let's say there is a way to have your bank account plugged into the stock market. So from that your bank account, you're able to control when you want to buy one share from one company and then sell it again and all of that, or do a foreign exchange, buy dollar and sell to your local currency, or buy your local currency and sell to dollar. That is what an exchange is. So an exchange, in this very simple way, it is beyond this, but this is the best way to understand if you're a newbie, is a bank where you could store crypto and you are able to trade among multiple assets. It means you have control over it. It's your money, it's your assets, it's your exchange. You log into it, the money is with you. So what do? You just connect it to Tafabot through API technology. And Tafabot then controls all the trades there. So your profits are with you, not with Tafabot. Your capital is with you, not with Tafabot. Everything about your money is 100% at every second with you. So there's nothing like I have to withdraw it on this day or that day. No. Your profits, your capital, and everything happening is with you. And there is no way for someone to be lying to you, right? To say, this is your dashboard, this is what is happening. No. And then at the end, the platform collapses with lies. No. Everything happening for you at any point in time, you are looking at it in your own exchange. Perhaps you haven't seen it before. Anyone in Tafabot is going to search what is happening in your account. So no one lies to you. It's an open source technology, and that's what blockchain is all about. Okay. So how Well, then how then do you want to be to make money, right? So that's the next question people want to ask, and we tell them it's pretty very simple. There are just three steps. The first step, you want to just sign up, right? And what's signing up? You want to get a license. We'll have three licenses depending on what you're able to afford and what suits your trading interest, right? Then you set up. So setup is very simple. You want to connect to your preferred exchange where you have your capital for trading, and then you begin to make money. For you as a user who is just joining, we'll just tell you to go and copy. So no need taking you through all the complexities and all of that. And if you're a leader, you're listening to me, that's why we made this presentation this very simple, just so that the people you are onboarding don't have to go and learn martingale, first entry, second entry. That's where we used to be. We've come from that far. We've just advanced from that point long, long ago. Okay. This person just has to sign up, connect to an exchange, and just go to the mirror list on Tafabot and click copy. And that's all. This guy begins to make 5%, 2%, 3%, 1%, 10%, 20% daily. All right. And it's that simple. Okay, so in the three steps I just talked about, this is just how to get your license. So this document is going to be available at the end of this call on our website, and the link will be made available on all our channels. You could just download it and walk through it. So anyone you are presenting this with, you can show them how to get their license step by step. All right, and then make a deposit, and then they click there, buy the license, and then they see the different licenses and the benefits of each and every one of them. I expanded it here. So if you look here, we just broke it down, each exchange, what it costs, and the benefits and the limits of each of them one by one. Okay. So we encourage you always to go for the higher license, provided you can afford it, because it gives you more opportunity to do so much. All right. So the second is to connect to an exchange, and it's just a very pretty simple step. If you click on the very stuff you see on the screen in the first screen there, and then the second, it takes you here, and then you see all the exchanges. You follow the rest of the instruction. What we did for you is that in this document there is a link. If you look here on the screen, you could see that where is it? Yeah, you could see here we have this link here. Is a clickable link. If you click on it, it takes you to a YouTube video that shows you different exchanges: Binance, KuCoin, Wobi, and all of that. And you could just connect to any of them following those instructions on those videos. So it's very pretty simple. Even if you're having a live presentation in a conference, you could click it, go to that place, and people could watch it. All right. So it's amazing. All right, so the next is to copy, and that's where you stop and you begin to make money. So how do you do that? You click on this middle icon on your screen. It takes you to the three options: copy mirrors, create your own bot, and join our affiliates. You just click on the mirror, and then it shows you the list of all the people who are providing mirror. We'll blot it off here just so we don't promote any particular individual or individuals. But when you go there, you see list of mirrors. Like I said to us, all of them perform in the same way. The only difference is the community support that each of those mirrors provide. If you look on the next screen, you'll see that each mirror owner provides you a link to their Telegram community that you could just join. And maybe before you want to even copy any leader or any mirror, you want to join their community and see what are people saying there. How is that person providing support? And know, okay, this is a mirror I want to join. Okay. And like I said, all the results are the same. The only difference is community service and community support and all the technicalities that they may want to provide you. Not as though there's so much. All right. So when you are done with that, you don't have to do any other thing. All you have to do is every morning check your balance and see it going from here to here, and all amazing. All right. So someone is wondering, does it mean Tafabot will never make a loss? You will never make a loss with what I've introduced, and it's amazing. Okay. So these are partners we already have, and more are coming. Perhaps in the next 2 weeks, this number could increase by 3 or 4 or 5, because we have a lot of them reaching out to us. Yesterday, one reached out, and it's amazing. Okay. So, Tafod is changing lives. Okay. So, and I'm sure you have never met a company that guarantees you this level of seamlessness in trading, but right now you have. Okay. And now that you have it, Nothing is stopping you. We want you to get into it. How are we making money for you? All right, just so you don't think maybe we're just talking some jamborees. We have detailed here how these trades are happening. We've talked about our mirrors, so you just know that we have a level of control over what's going on there in the mirrors, and then so that nobody just behaves anyhow and it hurts your trade. So you just have to have that confidence. You want to join our communities, we'll have our Telegram channel. These links are clickable. When you click on them, it will take you to Telegram. I mean, these icons you see at the bottom of the screen are all clickable links. So it takes you to our Instagram. Please join our Instagram, go follow, go like, stay updated with information as they come, and so you don't miss out the opportunities. Okay, and we want to do some beautiful stuff right now to share some user experience here at Tafabot. The only way we grow as a company, literally, is that our people are growing. The only way we make money is particularly, let's say, Tafa Fuel. So if nobody is earning profit in Tafabot, we as a company can never make profit, and it gives you an idea as to how much our business is designed. So our business model is 100% designed on user profitability. So it's only when you win that we actually win. So that's why we are committed so immensely to ensuring that our platform is very easy and also very profitable. So you want to join our affiliate program, I'm going to be talking to you about that briefly in the next document, different from this, where we break down everything in a very, very amazing way. Okay. We are giving over 140% of all our revenues. How do we make revenues? Number one, people buy licenses. And when they buy licenses, we distribute 40% of that amount. So if someone buys $100 license, $40 is distributed to the community. If someone buys $500 license, we also distribute that way. And if someone buys $1,000 license, we also distribute 40%. So, and that's amazing. Now, we also make money as a company when people make profit. So when you make a profit of $100, we charge you $10 automatically. Now that $10 that we charged you, we initially we're distributing $50 from it to the community, but right now we have expanded it and we're distributing 80% of every fund that we generate as Tafa Fuel back to the community to create the excitement and get our people to continue to earn. So that's why you want to join our affiliate program, because thousands of persons who are under you for 15 generation, they may be up to 20,000 persons. If each of them make a profit of $10, for instance, $1 from that amount just continue keep spreading. And in a day, we have users right now who are earning from Tafa Fuel, from their entire network of people in their affiliates on a daily basis, $200, $500, $1,000, and all of that. So, and you just don't control this because your community can grow so massively and it continues to reward you for life. And then remember that when people upgrade their licenses, also we also distribute that. So you see all of that in our affiliate program. So we have activities that happen every day on Tafabot. We have daily events for our live trading setup, and they happen to 5 p.m. Dubai time, depending on your time zone. Dubai is GMT plus 4. So depending on your time zone, you want to convert that. In the GMT plus 1, it is 2 p.m. That's for UK, West Africa, and then just convert all of that. So that happens every day. We give updates. We just keep coming up with new trades set up for people who want to take those trades and make profits every single day. Okay. And someday, if his trade is still going so amazing in the direction we want it, and there's no need to take any new trade, we'll also use those meetings to update the users on that. We'll have daily business presentation that is so decentralized. So we'll have leaders across the world, UK, Europe, the US, Africa, Asia, and every day they are doing business presentation to their communities in different languages. And we're also going to be making an announcement of the official business presentation day for Tafabot as a company also. So you could just invite all your friends to also come and join us and learn from the horse's mouth directly. We have monthly programs that we're going to be rolling up. The first is our Tafa Academy. All right, so our Tafa Academy happens once every month where we take as many persons who are interested in joining our platform and begin to learn our terminologies, auto leverage, auto deleverage, auto this one. People asking what's that, what's that. You get to see what all of those things mean. And at the end of that training, you get certified by Tafabot as an organization. All right. And don't forget, we're fully registered as a business entity in Dubai, and that is going to give you a lot of boost for your CV. All right. So we also have Tafa meetups happening across the world in different locations, hosted by leaders in their different cities. And as they also continue happening, we'll keep publishing them so that if you're in the nearest location, you want to join those leaders. And listen, if you're on this call, you're listening to me, you want to host a meetup in your location and you want to know, I want to get materials from Tafabot, I want to understand how to do this, do that, so that I could do a beautiful event, reach out to us at bdd at tafabot.com. B for banana, D for daddy, and D again for daddy. All right, so you have BDD at tafabot.com and want to send you materials to help you host events in your city. It's going to be so amazing for you. All right, so now I want to share some users' experience with you on the screen. So these are some social proof. So when you get this document, you want to scroll, well, I say zoom in and see some chats from our community, people giving testimony of their experiences. So on this place, you have this person who has made 28.6% in 24 hours, and that person made 119.42% in 24 hours, and so on and so forth. So these are screenshots from our Tafabot community, and you want to go there and see how people are really raking a lot of profits. Okay, so we have um, testimonials. These are also more profits, 11.8%, 25, 22, and all of that. Okay, so these are some testimonials we have from the community, and I want to read some of them to you. This one is from Chawa. He is a large-scale agriculture farmer and a crypto enthusiast. He's based in Abuja, Nigeria. He says that Tafabot is an answered prayer. I know Nigerians pray a lot, so there will always be prayer in what they say. Amazing. So he says, I say so because I naively missed the opportunity of being a forefront leader for Binance at their early phase when they got into Africa, particularly Nigeria. He says, I longed for an opportunity to get a second chance, perhaps a better chance. And when Tafabot was introduced to me, I studied the system and immediately found out that it was something great. He said, my personal journey has been exciting. I've made $16,000 in 7 months, trading with $1,000 in my Binance account and Tafabot controlling the trade. He said, I passively earn on average 10 to 20% on a daily and weekly basis since I joined. Amazing. So he says, I've referred several people and my community is growing daily because people are having good results and all of that. So it's amazing. So we have another leader, an international business investor in San Francisco, California, United States, Levi. He says Tafabot brings a new perspective to both crypto trading and multi-level marketing industry. He says no other industry has been able to pull this off, merging the best of two worlds. Besides yielding for me and my team on average 20 to 40% weekly, what is intriguing is the level of ease and hands-off approach involved. He says he's commending the auto leverage and auto delivery system that protects capital no matter how the market goes. Awesome. So we have a full page